As you get older, it is important to think of risk reduction. Now, many people talk about, this is the optimal exercise or the optimal fasting regimen and stuff like that, but they don't talk about the risk involved with it. Yeah. People kind of talk about adding and adding. More you do, the better it is kind of mentality, but sometimes subtracting is important. The 90-second morning cold shower hack that changed my over 50 life. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. All right, so in the last video, I shared with you, about Japanese sauna culture and cold plunge and how maybe it is safer for people over 50 to try Japanese sauna style because it's milder. Yeah. And then you may get an impression that I'm kind of against cold exposure. No, no, not at all. I mean, I was just only talking about cold plunge, and I'm not against cold exposure itself. In fact, I do practice deliberate cold exposure every day. Yeah, I take cold shower, right? So today I will explain why I take cold shower instead of cold plunge and how it is helping my over 50 life. Actually, I'm 61 years old now, and I find this is very beneficial for people over 50. Now, let's go through the benefits of cold exposure. Yeah. So reducing inflammation, muscle recovery, increased cognitive performance, better mood, skin and hair health, enhanced immune system, and weight management and metabolism. So those are the common benefits that are considered to have when you practice deliberate cold exposure. Yeah, that include cold shower, cold plunge, ice bath, and so on. Okay. And then another thing is cold tolerance. Like you kind of build a cold tolerance. Yeah. One good thing about deliberate cold exposure, especially the different from, deliberate heat exposure and other things is you build cold tolerance. Yeah. You kind of build resilience. Yeah. Therefore, in the winter time, it is very helpful to protect you from catching a cold and other, diseases. Yeah. And also, there's a longevity benefit, yeah, because it is a hormetic stress, just like a, sauna or exercise, fasting. Yeah. Deliberate cold exposure is a hormetic, it gives you a hormetic stress. Therefore, it should activate autophagy. Although this benefit, not so much stress, not so much talked about compared to other benefit. So, I don't know how much effective it is. Yeah. But anyway, there are many means to activate autophagy. Yeah, fasting, exercises, and saunas are all considered to activate autophagy. So for that purpose, you don't necessarily have to do a deliberate cold exposure. Yeah, and for the fasting, to activate autophagy for longevity, now it is considered that you want to do a prolonged fast. That is over 24 hours of fasting. Yeah. And for exercises, if you do 60 minutes of low intensity cardio, which is about 55% to 70% VO2 max, it's like a zone two. Depending on individual, but from zone one to zone two. So like maybe brisk walking and jogging are the best. But for some people, walking could even do the trick. Yeah. And if you do that like 60 minutes, yeah, then you can activate autophagy for longevity. Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking about doing a 60 minutes of, jogging or Nordic walking once a week. I usually do about 40 to 45 minutes, but just for the sake of this, I might just do a 60 minutes just once a week. Yeah. And I already practiced 36 hours of fasting once a week. So I am activating autophagy a lot. Yeah. So therefore, I don't need to use deliberate cold exposure to induce autophagy. Okay. And also, it helps to set you with the circadian rhythms. Yeah. So it is said that deliberate cold exposure in the morning and heat exposure at night can set you with a circadian clock. Yeah. And therefore, if you want to do a deliberate cold exposure, the best time to do is in the morning. And then also morning sunlight exposure is good to set you with a circadian clock. So it is good to combine the two. So I usually take a morning shower, then I go outside and do my morning exercises under the morning sunlight. So I get to do the morning sunlight exposure as well. And then if you set yourself with a circadian rhythms, it improves your sleep. And sleep is one of the most critical factors of health and longevity. So it is important to optimize your sleep. Okay, so now you understand the benefit of deliberate cold exposure. Okay, so how about cold shower versus cold bath? Why I recommend cold showers over cold bath for people over 50? Yeah. Well, first of all, as I said before, it is milder. Now, this is a very important factor. Yeah, because as you get older, it is important to think of risk reduction. Now, many people talk about, this is the optimal exercise or the optimal fasting regimen and stuff like that, but they don't talk about the risk involved with it. Yeah. People kind of talk about adding and adding. More you do, the better it is kind of mentality. But sometimes subtracting is important. Yeah. Resting is important, right? Because recently, I mean, I've been jogging a lot, yeah, instead of Nordic walking, yeah. Then I get injured more often. I mean, not severely, but kind of minor injury, like, damaging my knees or my calf muscles, especially even right now, I have this pain in my calf muscle. So I didn't go jogging this morning. I went Nordic walking instead. So when that happens, I have to take a break, maybe a few days a break or a week break. Yeah. So I lose the chance to exercise if I injure. Yeah. So, and it didn't happen when I was Nordic walking. When I used to go Nordic walking, 5 days a week, and I had no problem. But since I started this jogging routine, this happens. Yeah. So even though, let's say, jogging is more beneficial than Nordic walking, it has a higher risk. Yeah. So it is critical for people over 50 to find an activity that has highest benefit yet lowest risk. You always need to think of the risk as well. Yeah. To find a sweet spot. Yeah. And also about the risk. Yeah. Good thing about shower is if you feel danger, you can always switch to a hot water. Yeah. It's very easy to switch. But if you're taking a bath, you know, first you have to get out of the bathtub. I mean, you might say, yeah, so what about getting out of the bathtub? That's easy, right? No, no, it's not easy for seniors. I mean, getting out of the bathtub require a lot of energy, right? So if you feel very panicked and if your whole body is shivering and everything, and you just lose concentration, and it becomes a big task to just, get yourself, then stand up and get out of the bathtub, right? So, I mean, of course, shower can be dangerous because you're standing, but you can always take a shower while you're sitting. You have one of those like a kind of chair type of thing in the bathroom, right? Then you can maybe sit and take a cold shower to be cautious. Yeah. But anyway, so that kind of thing is very important for people over 50 or especially people over 60. Yeah. Also, another good thing about taking a cold shower is it is more convenient. I find it is more convenient because you don't need to do any setting up. Yeah. If you take a cold bath, on the other hand, you have to set it up, right? I mean, you need to pour water and then sometimes you have to put some ice. Yeah. So it takes some time, maybe 5 or like 10 minutes. Yeah. And also, if you're putting some ice, that means you need ice. You have to buy ice, I suppose. Yeah. Then how much does it cost? Yeah. Or maybe you don't buy ice, you have a ice making machine, but still it requires some energy to produce ice. So from the sustainability point of view, maybe taking a cold shower is more sustainable. Yeah. But anyway, the great thing about taking a cold shower in the morning is immediately after you wake up, you can do it. Yeah. So it is very convenient. I mean, I usually go to the bathroom first, but then right away, I take a cold shower and it kind of warms my body up. But if I have to wait for 5 minutes to set up my cold bath, during that time, it's cold now. And because you're still wearing your pajamas, right? Not warm clothes. So for the shower, I can just take the shower right away. And then soon my body warms up. So it is easier. Okay. So how long do I do it? Yeah. Now, uh, it is said that from 30 seconds of cold shower is effective. Yeah. But I usually do 90 seconds for 6 days a week and then 120 seconds 1 day a week, totaling 11 minutes per week. This is because, yeah, according to Andrew Huberman, yeah, he says consider doing deliberate cold exposure for 11 minutes per week total, not per session, but rather 2 to 4 sessions lasting 1 to 5 minutes each, distributed across the week. The water temperature should be uncomfortably cold, yet safe to stay in for a few minutes. You can do more, but this would be the minimum to achieve the benefits of cold exposure. You can do very cold, very brief exposures for adrenaline release too. But the 11-minute is based on a recent study that explored a range of effects and is a good solid basic protocol for ongoing use. Yeah. For details, yeah, please go to the site, the science and use of cold exposure for health and performance in the humanlab.com. Okay, so by doing 90 seconds of cold shower 6 days a week and 120 seconds of cold shower, just 1 day a week, I meet this threshold, the 11-minute threshold per week. Yeah, so it is beneficial. And then the reason why I do 90 seconds mostly is it is easier, but 120, like, 2 minutes, like 2 minutes of cold shower, just 1 day a week. So that is sort of bearable. But now in the wintertime, I don't even do 120-second thing because I take a sauna once a week. And when I go to a sauna place, I do the cold bath for like 3 times, and each time it's 3 minutes. So I do a 9 minutes of cold bath anyway. So, it should be meeting this threshold without doing 120 seconds of cold shower. How this custom of taking a cold morning shower transformed my over 50 life? Yeah. Well, number one, it is a good start. Yeah. To take the cold shower in the morning, the first thing in the morning is a good start. It wakes me up and it warms my body up and it is great. Yeah. It is the cold shower makes the smooth transition to my morning exercise. Yeah. Because right now it's a little cold to go outside. Yeah. So, like, I sometimes do feel reluctant to go outside, but if I take the cold shower, then the body comes warms up and it becomes easier to go outside and do jogging or do Nordic walking. And usually when I go Nordic walking, I don't feel reluctant so much. Yeah, because I do put on some clothes to go out. But when I go jogging, I don't put on so much clothes. So it feels colder in the beginning. Yeah. So it really helps to take the cold shower before going outside to do my jog. Yeah, and I've been doing it every single day for over 2 years now. Now, this is the only thing that I've been doing every single day because even for fasting, I only do it 5 days a week. You remember I practice Hare intermittent fasting where I usually take a break on the weekend. Yeah, and exercises too. I usually do it 3 days a week, like jogging or Nordic walking 3 days a week, or sometimes 5 days a week, but not 7 days a week. Yeah. But for this shower thing, the cold shower thing, I just do it every single day. It became my routine because the time is short, just 90 seconds. It is easy enough. If it had been like 3 minutes long or had been like a cold bath, then I wouldn't have been able to do it every single day. Yeah. So think of the benefit. Like if you do the cold bath, like 3 minutes of cold bath only 3 times a week, or doing this 90 seconds of cold shower, 7 days a week. I don't know which is more beneficial. Yeah. But anyway, this is doable. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you because everybody's different. So even, 90 seconds of cold shower can be very difficult and very hard. In fact, it is painful. I mean, I'm not saying it is easy. Yeah. It is. So it's the sweet spot I find. It's a kind of I don't know, hard enough, yet not too much. It's still a bearable, doable level. Yeah. All right. So if you're interested in slightly milder approach, yeah, for people over 50, yeah, please read my book, Ikigai Biohacking based on Japanese natural health. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Do you take a morning cold shower or, what do you do in the morning? Do you do, cold bath? Yeah. Okay. So I will see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai.